All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley, joined now by a couple of longtime NBA players, Kenyon Martin and Cuttino Mobley. Let's move to the NBA, where the Lakers fell to the lowly Knicks yesterday with LeBron's potential game-winning shot getting blocked as time expired. The block capped a fourth quarter in which LeBron missed 11 shots. The Lakers blew an 11-point lead, and the NBA worst Knicks completed a season sweep of LA. Earlier in the game, LeBron didn't even bother to join the Lakers huddle, which caught the attention of Knicks legend and broadcaster Clyde Frazier.
This type of behavior is not, when you're the face of the NBA, I think you should be more a part of your team, folks. No matter what is going on. In the public, you got to be a part of the team. Maybe in the locker room, you're not, but you have to exhibit that type of togetherness in public, folks. And right now, we see he doesn't really care. So that's why this man is rumored to, this is his last season as the Laker coach.
All right, Clyde Frazier taking a lot of heat around the talk show circuit for criticizing LeBron here. I don't have a problem with what Clyde is saying because, and my deal is consistency. About being a leader is about consistent behavior. How do you behave when you're winning and things are going good? How do you behave when you're losing and things aren't going well? And I think it's clear as day, not just with the bench incident, but almost everything about LeBron when the team, things aren't going well, changes from when the things are going well. I think LeBron's a bad leader, and I think he's going to struggle as the leader of the Lakers franchise moving forward.
I think these young guys are going to struggle to feel inspiration from LeBron as anticipated when LeBron lands on your squad. You're probably excited. You're so enthusiastic about, wow, I get to play with the best player playing right now and learn so much game from him. But what's happened is LeBron has protected himself, his brand, and created a safe distance from what this Lakers team looks like. We all know about the trade demands. And if you're one of these players, you're like, LeBron is almost trying to fatten me up to lead me to the slaughter because all he's trying to do is beef me up for trade value, to beef me up to actually be out of this place, not in this place. And I think that's just a difficult situation. The dynamics are obvious. The optics are real. That LeBron is like Kobe did this at a time. MJ did it in many facets of life. I got to create distance because I'm not a part of this if this is not going to be brand enhancing. And unfortunately, with a bunch of young guys that he doesn't believe in, doesn't believe that's going to support him or the brand.
So I think Clyde dead wrong in this situation. If you look at his history where LeBron has sat at on the bench, that's where he sits. Sits in the last seat. When I played, that's where I sat, the last seat. If he just came out of the game, he's not going to be a part of the timeout. If he had been sitting on the bench, he probably got up, saw that what was going on. It had nothing to do with him. He's engaged. He's talking to Tyson Chandler. Yeah. One of the trainers handing him something. He's talking to him. Clyde, he don't care. So all of a sudden, now he's not making the playoffs. He don't care. So the previous 15 years where everything, so he cared. Now all of a sudden, not going to playoffs. He don't care all of a sudden.
Yeah,
like I'm not buying. I think he's reaching.
There's a few things that I have a problem with. Kenyon and I were talking about this during a break about LeBron. I disagree, Jason, when it comes to like he's a bad leader. Maybe this year, LeBron has been not spoiled, but LeBron has not only spoiled the fans and other people that surrounded him, but he spoiled himself to where it's like his patience is short. Now, you never saw that because his other teams were so good. And the teams that weren't good or played bad and had bad stretches, you saw LeBron's personality come out. Very spoiled-like. He's super happy when things are going well, and then he's like poo-poo when things are going bad. We know that about LeBron. Can his leadership skills be better? Can his body language be better? Yes, it can. Kenyon and I were talking about this in the back. I was upset with, forget that sitting at the end of the bench because that's what he always does. What I was upset, and Clyde, I love you, Clyde, but come on, man, don't get into the narrative so much that you start to make things up about LeBron when it comes to that. Now check this one out. LeBron, I don't like, it's one of the things I don't like about LeBron. He doesn't have a go-to. Like at the end of the game, even if the Knicks catch up, at the end of the game, he don't even have a go-to. Why would you let Mario, no disrespect to Mario, block your shot where you should be, you 6'8", 6'9" like Kenyon, you should be 15 feet from the basket waiting for a double team, shooting over somebody for a game winner. Those are things that I don't like about LeBron. His body language when things are really bad, his go-tos at the end where he can close games out because he could have done it a few times this year and we would be in a different storyline. It's just, I don't know. But as far as being a leader, I think he's still a leader.
Thank you. This looks like the Titanic sinking. The greatest ship ever built is starting to sink. And again, when you go, 4-15 in the fourth quarter, your decision makings on what type of shots you're taking. There's no ball movement. It was all ISO again. This was, and again, one of the things I've said about LeBron from the get-go, and again, it's not a criticism, it's more of a statement of fact. When you grow up the way he did in poverty, no father, a very young mother, you start to rely on yourself over everybody else.
Yeah.
More than, and that, when I see LeBron as a basketball player isolating himself on the court, off the court, it's like, it's just me in this world.
So if he's winning, is that a problem though?
Oh, look.
If he's winning, like,
he didn't just start
so when he's winning, nobody has nothing to say. That's my whole thing.
It was a problem then.
He's still the same person, but he's
But it
winning.
shows now.
It was a problem then.
But it shows
Sometimes,
now.
Kenyon, you can be, you remember when you played like 7th grade basketball and how easy it was? And then you got to the NBA and it's a bit tougher. Again, when he was so much more talented than everybody else at his peak in his 25 to 32-year-old space, you can get away with all this lack of leadership and different energy.
So you're saying his stats are fluffed, Jace?
No, I'm not saying stats.
No, but did you say decline though?
I did say
Marcellus.
decline.
No,
I don't think he's in decline. I think what's happening is he's not engaged. No matter what your skill set is, it must activate by you plugging in, being connected to all those around you and hitting that switch. We've all been out there before when you just a little less lifeless. Like you're out there like, I ain't got it today. That ain't the same you. And LeBron is in a zone right now where you're like, I ain't got it with this guy.
Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack. Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
They both leave because of a dysfunctional situation. Amari Cooper goes to right, but I'm saying, okay, but they got traded. But my point I'm trying to make is how Amari Cooper was in Raiders, and then Amari Cooper with the Cowboys, totally different. Randy Moss. Think about this. Who's his name? Khalil Mack. He goes from one of the best defensive players in the league. He is in the Raiders. He goes to Chicago. Totally different person, personality-wise. And I think when you have a different base for LeBron James around him that he's used to, all of us have our little,
that's true.
two personalities.
But let's go with Marcellus's analogy. At some point, you can disengage to a point where it's harder to reach the plug
That is true.
ever again.
That's true.
Because reaching that plug and turning on and engaging, dude, I'm gonna give you it. It's like being in a long-term marriage.
So
sometimes the love goes away,
Yeah.
and if you let it go away, it ain't as easy as just flipping the switch and turning it
Like,
back
I've been
on.
one of his biggest critics about things, LeBron. But like people put everything on him, like he picked the talent, like he picked the
think he
coaches.
did?
No,
Magic.
He picked the players.
no, he can probably have his input, but I can come to you and suggest some stuff. I can suggest anything. Are you gonna do everything I suggest?
I'll say this: if you were Oprah Winfrey and you came on this show and said, "Hey, you should do X,
We're
Y,
talking
and Z,"
about LeBron
X, Y, and
James.
Z, and that's what in NBA basketball, he's Oprah Winfrey. And when he said, "Hey, I'd like this, this, and this,"
I like it.
Generally speaking, they give it to you.
I can like a lot of things.
Right.
But
and that
it's
Oprah
my
Winfrey
decision.
Thing, Oprah's a journalist.
Ultimately,
you're a
like it's
journalist.
my
That's dope.
decision to pick the talent, right? When the Lakers put their roster together, I have never been a part of the Lakers organization. When they put that roster together this summer leading into the season, I said they gonna struggle.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
They picked that talent.
No. I think
don't think
LeBron
LeBron.
did.
I don't think
How? You think he told him to go get Lance Stevenson?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance. With the history and all that's there? All the antics, all that stuff? LeBron don't want to be a part of that.
and Magic
Guess what?
Johnson,
They didn't have nobody else to sign.
Look, I'm more conspiratorial. I'm more conspiratorial.
That's okay.
I'm more conspiratorial. I said it early on. I said, hey, this team's built to get Luke Walton fired.
If nobody got injured, they'd
that's
be in the
LeBron's
playoffs.
fault?
Oh, stop.
And that's
it.
LeBron's fault?
Stop
That's
it.
LeBron's fault?
There we
If
go.
nobody got injured, they would be in the playoffs.
What
They-
year-
Yeah,
What
they'd be
team
a
has
7th or
ever been?
8th seed.
Okay,
They'd
it's
be going
still the
nowhere.
playoffs.
A 7th or 8th seed.
They still
They'd be going
And
nowhere.
LeBron James would be happy.
Oh,
But
as
right
a
now, he's
7th
not
or 8th
happy.
seed
And we
going
wouldn't be
nowhere.
He'd be in
I'm
it.
about ready to
We
get
wouldn't be
stopped
talking.
by
None of
Golden
this would be
State.
talking
He'll be in it.
None of this
Man,
we
y'all
talking about
better
right
stop.
now.
We've been talking about none
We
of
just
this.
went to the place where if a team stayed healthy for 82
No, I'm
games,
just- no.
y'all came on TV prepared to say that.
No, I had to say what?
What?
LeBron James
What
is
did you
out,
say?
Rondo
I
was
didn't
out,
think they had a good
Kuzma
roster.
was out. It was like
I'm the
4
one
or
to tell
5
you.
guys
I didn't
out.
think they had a good roster to start the season. So did I give them a shot? Not really. Not in the West. Not with that roster. With the way the NBA is shaped up now, with shooting has to be priority
Yeah.
on that roster.
Right.
No,
That's hard.
And what chance?
like I like Tyson Chandler, right?
What chance did you
I
give
like
the
as a
Clippers
person.
going into the season? Because sometimes
your
you
Clippers?
just overachieve.
With
Yeah.
your Clippers?
Damn right. Sometimes you can overachieve.
Unless-
Try to do that
Plug in.
every. You try to do that
Unless
every
Plug
year.
in.
You try to do that every
in the
year.
Lakers, but they playing
much as
together.
you- come
don't
on,
need
man.
They're proving you don't need a superstar to be competitive.
Let me say this.
To be competitive,
If
you
we're
don't
gonna
need a
go, if we're
superstar.
gonna go with these if statements, if I was 100 pounds lighter,
Yeah.
I'd be an adult film star.
Yeah,
Coming up,
I ain't
the
logging in.
Thunder
I ain't
battling
logging in.
for the playoff position. Russell Westbrook just made them fight a whole lot harder.
Hell no.
We'll tell you,
I had
Russ
an
is a real
I had
leader.
an if for you too. We're on national TV. It's a family show.
This was a